Alright, and here we're also going to be dropped out onto one of the courtyards, but on an upper level. Do not fall unless you want to run all the way back around the dungeon to get to this place again. We want to come out here. There's some recovery hearts, but that's not what we're here for. Let's take out the hook shot and look up. We can see this gold skulltula here, so let's grab it. Here we are. And head back. This can be very easy to fall off of if you're not, you know, comfortable with your joystick positioning, so just be careful. Let's take this guy out. Come on, man. There we are. Okay, so we want to just ignore this little thing here. There's nothing in it, so... and we also want to head into this door at the end. And when we do, we're going to be thrown into another battle. This looks like the Wall Master, but it's actually its cousin, I suppose. The Floor Master. When it splits up, destroy all the pieces before they reunite. What I like to do is just sit here, wait for him to attack, and then do a jump attack. Then quickly run up to him and do a quick spin. And as you can see, that'll pretty much take out all the pieces. Otherwise, they will each turn into big Floor Masters again, so you definitely want to kill those as soon as you can. I find that just standing where the big Floor Master killed doing that quick spin, the magic range will usually get them, so that's good. Get a small key in here, so that was definitely necessary, and they all draw magic, so it's kind of a clue, I guess. Okay, now that we've gotten our 2 keys, we can actually progress forward from where we fought the blue Poe sister. I don't remember which one that was. That was Beth, I think. So yeah, we're going to have to be making our way back there, which means we're going to have to sort of backtrack quite a bit and go through this big block room again. Which is kind of a pain, but it's not that bad. Thankfully, we don't have to push them around, so it actually goes a lot quicker than you think. Also, once we get to the twisted hallway, we'll need to twist it back up again in order to get to where we were before. So just remember that when you get there. Alright, we are about there. You can also see there is a treasure chest on the map there. Basically, there's a silver switch kind of out in the main area of this room. And if you hit it, it'll drop down a chest that gives you a bundle of arrows. So, we definitely don't really need that at all. Whoa! Holy crap, that was really close. Alright, so let's retwist the hallway. Thankfully, you can shoot it again and it opens. I don't know how that works, but whatever. You'd be kind of screwed if it didn't, so... let's get the Deku Nut refill. Back up to 39. And head back through here once again. Turn to the right, and go. And what I like to do to sort of speed things up is just do a backflip over that railing. So it kind of speeds it up a little bit. It's also kind of cool, so... Alright, and let's keep going. We're just about there. The next room is where the blue Poe was. Okay, so let's go on up, and we're actually going to continue on forward here, once we get up. There we are. See, as you can see, there's a locked door here, so we couldn't have done anything before. When we do that, we get to another one of these areas here, and Navi's going to remind us once again to watch for the shadows of monsters, because they're in this room as well. She will say that every time you enter a new room that they're in, so, you know, you don't really have to worry about them taking you by surprise or anything. Let's see, I think I'm just going to wait and kill this guy, so he doesn't bug me while I'm trying to do this room. There we go. Stun him, and see ya. Also, the money doesn't hurt either. Okay, so we want to climb up this ladder over here on the south side. As you can see, this big long hallway waiting for us through here. And it's another one of these that looks much like the twisted hallway that we were in before. Got some green bubbles in it. Basically, just ignore these guys. You'll only end up usually hurting yourself if you try to kill them. I find I do that a lot, so they don't chase after you. You can just walk by them. Got kind of a rotating room here, and we also have a eyeball switch with ice on it. As you can see, there's a big torch in the middle with these rotating platforms. So what we need to do is get our arrow out and pretty much just train it at the eye here. Then once we pass through the torch, let her rip. Wow. That is very interesting. You see that? The game just froze. Alright, well, I'm going to play through it again, I suppose, and I'll meet you once we get back here. Okay, on the way back, I actually remembered a Skulltula that I was supposed to have picked up here. As you can see, it's over here on the wall. If you need reference point to where I am, it's We are right here in that room, as you can see, that's flashing. It's just after we press the switch to drain the well water. So, if you're curious as to where that is on the timeline of events, we want to come here just to the edge of the brown path. You can see there's a treasure chest here. We can use the hook shot to get to it. Inside the treasure chest is just a recovery heart, so don't open it if you don't want to waste the time. But we can pick up the Skulltula here and get its token. And there we go. So yeah, it's a good thing actually that I had to go back through it, because I probably wouldn't have remembered that before the end. So I suppose maybe the game freezing wasn't too big of a deal after all. But okay, so now I'm going to go back and meet up with you where I was when it froze. So I'll see you then. Okay, so we're back here in this room again. It's actually been a while since I did this last. I've sort of taken a small break, ate some dinner, hang around a little bit, so it's kind of weird just picking this right back up here, but well, I guess that's what we're doing. So let's try this again, and hopefully the game won't freeze this time. And now. Hey, alright, there it goes, awesome. So that's what's supposed to happen, not everything locking up. So as you can see, when we shoot the eyeball switch, that hallway is going to twist itself. Remember, I noted it did look like the twisted hallway that we encountered before. Now we're going to have to make our way back over there. You probably don't want to fall in that stuff. I think it counts as like sort of falling off of a gap. Like it'll replace you back at the start of the room with half a heart gone or a full heart gone or something like that. So, you know, obviously you don't want to jump in that. But now we can sort of access a new side to this. As you can see, there's a little hole here in the northeastern corner. We fall down and into a brand new area. Hey, this is kind of neat. So yeah, you can see this ceiling. It's got different holes in it. You can also see a few big Skulltulas hanging down. So when we walk forward, Navi's going to explain. Link, watch out. The ceiling is falling down. Oh no, that's bad. So yeah, the ceiling is going to periodically fall. If we do this quickly, it shouldn't be a problem. No, basically there are a few safe spots. The easiest one to point out are the ones where stuff is, like where Skulltulas are, or where the switch is, or that treasure chest down there. Those are always safe areas. So I can pretty much do this in 2 sweeps here. Come over here to this side and open up the treasure chest, and while you're doing this, you're safe as well. So we open it up and wait for that to fall, and then there's the door we need to go through right there. So obviously, you know, if you didn't really know like how this place was laid out, that might be somewhat of a challenge. But you can use sort of the things that are on the floor there to tell where you should stand. And as you can see here, we've got our third pose sister, so let's go ahead and shoot her picture. This one's a little bit different though. As you can see, some blocks are going to drop down from the ceiling, and it's kind of like a little puzzle we're going to have to put together, and we have a minute to do so. So let's basically just push these around, and obviously one of them is not needed because it's of the blue pose sister, so we're going to be pulling that one out of the way next. Other than that, it's just a matter of pushing them together. You've got plenty of time to do this. I never really found this to be a challenge, even when I was a kid the first time going through this, so... basically, just remember that everything is in intervals of 3. So you want to like push things in 3s. Like there was 3, and then that is 6 right there. So you want to push this over 3 and then to the left 3. So yeah, that's just kind of how I remember it. As you can see, we've still got like 20 seconds left, so it's no big deal. If you would grab this thing, that'd be nice. There we go. So yeah, once we push them all together, the third Poe comes out of it, and I forgot this one's name. Let's find out. It is Amy, one of the Poe sisters. So I also found out off-screen that using a Deku Nut will actually cause them to reappear instantly. Yet another use for the Deku Nuts. And as you can see, that's going to make this battle pretty quick, actually. So yeah, that's kind of a way to speed it up if you want. I just found that out completely by accident while playing back through it, so that's kind of cool. I never knew that before. Alright, so now that we've done that, we don't really get anything special for defeating her, just the flame back on the torch. So let's continue through, and as we go through this hallway, you're never going to guess where we're going to come back out. So let's see. Yep, that's right, we're back in the main central area. Isn't that just convenient? And as you can see, the fourth Poe sister is waiting for us down there. It looks like it'd be really cool if you'd be able to get sort of a cheap shot in and just shoot her from here. But as you can see, it doesn't do any damage, so it's too bad. I think that would have been a cool little Easter egg. Kind of like the one that's in Yoshi's Island where you can kill the big piranha before it actually gets on screen. Sort of thing. That'd be pretty neat. But either way, we've got a fight here against Meg. If she splits into multiple images, you need to figure out which one is the real one. Is it this one? It is, actually, because you may have been able to notice whenever the 4 of them go around you, the real one does a sort of 360 spin before they start circling around. So as you can see, it's this one over here. And because of that sign, this battle is painfully easy. I mean, there's really no challenge whatsoever. Basically, just point out the right one and shoot. You've got plenty of time to do so. So, I mean, it's really no big deal, just as long as you're paying somewhat close attention. If you happen to not see which one it is, you could just start firing randomly, and maybe you'd get it that way. But there's really no reason to have to do that. Just a few shots, and it's going to be down. I don't know how many it takes. Well, looks like that did it. So, yeah, as you can see, that's a painfully easy battle. And when we do that, the fourth torch gets lit up, and our elevator to continue forward is now back in service. Good stuff. Let's pick up the arrows first. And now we can head on down. We're pretty much right at the end here. We've just got this one little room to deal with, and then as you can see, the boss room is to our north. But, of course, it's blocked off at the moment by this big gate, so we're going to have to do something about that. Basically, we have these big sort of pegs sticking out that we can actually push and turn the entire wall around. Basically, no, I turned this the wrong way. What you want to remember is to always turn this counterclockwise. So, at least I'm pretty sure that's the direction I'm wanting. I'm actually not sure now that I think about it. Let's see. Okay, let's try pushing it this way. It's either counterclockwise or clockwise, obviously. I don't know why I needed to say that. So, yeah, let's see. Let's see where this opens up. There's nothing there. And a switch here. Okay, so I guess it's always clockwise then. So we basically, yeah, just always push it clockwise. That'll open another gate somewhere that we can't really see. Then just come back and push it clockwise again. And that will open up something else somewhere, obviously not that way. Let's see, the east one looks open now, so we can just go in there. This looks really complex, but as long as you just push it clockwise, then go in the opening, then you will always get through this without any trouble. So that's really no big deal. So let's just... Wait, no, that is counterclockwise. What am I talking about? I have no idea. I'm completely out of it. Like I said, I kind of took a little break, so gotta get warmed up again. Okay, this is counterclockwise. I was right. So let's kill this guy and take the chest. But what we're really in this little area for is something a little better. So there's going to be some arrows in there. We want to look up at the wall, and as you can see, another gold sculpture is here. And this is the last one in this dungeon. So once we check out our map here, as you can see, we've got them all. So there we go, good stuff. And let's just continue on with this room. I think there's only a couple more pushes, so that's good. Now this one should make the openings north and south again, I think. Yeah, so you can see this time we can go and press this switch. And when we do, the gate to the north finally opens and we can make our way out. So, like I said, it looks really complex, but it's actually quite simple if you know the correct methodology for it. Alright, so as you can see, there's a big yellow lock here. We need the boss key to get that. If you did not get the boss key, you're going to have to go back. But thankfully I did. So we can come up here, and this is an interesting little boss room. We've got a bunch of paintings around that all look exactly the same. That's kind of weird. So if we try to leave... Oh man, that's no good. I'm pretty sure Link could squeeze through that, but... Whoa, holy crap, how did you get in here? You were not in here before. Alright, it looks like we're gonna square off with Ganondorf in this little arena on his horse. That seems rather unfair. Oh wait, it's not really Ganondorf. It's actually Phantom Ganon, the evil spirit from beyond. So what this guy's going to do, he basically has two different phases, the first one of which, as you can see, he's going to go into the paintings. So we need to pretty much wait for him here. He's going to start coming out of two of them. Look for which one is brighter, that's the one on the left. He's going to come out of it and shoot him before he gets a chance. Otherwise, he'll fly over you and shoot out this big magic projectile, which you probably will get hit by. So... just to make sure you're vigilant looking for his paintings. This one looks like the one on the right. I don't know how well it's going to turn out on the video, but the correct one is actually just a little bit brighter. It's really obvious what I'm playing here, so... oh, crap. Okay, no, it's this one. There we go. That was a little bit lucky. I wasn't in the proper positioning, but... Alright, so now he's going to start his second phase, and we can actually get Navi to tell us something about it. As an evil goes to the Forest Temple, he comes out of one of the pictures. Oh, well, thanks. Answer his magic attack with an attack of your own. So yeah, basically, this guy's going to shoot projectiles at us, and what we have to do is hit him back. That can sometimes be easier said than done. What I like to do is a spin attack, and that'll usually hit it right back at him. Otherwise, you'll oftentimes tend to hit it off in random directions, see, like that. and it doesn't always work, and sometimes he's just really close and it's really hard to hit back. So I like to pretty much just get right next to him and do a spin attack, and that'll almost always hit him. And then if you can get him with another crouch stab after you do that jumping attack, then that might be a good idea. It'll let you get a little bit more damage in each time. He recovers pretty quickly. And once he gets far away like this, you can actually play a little bit of tennis here, sort of go back and forth hitting the projectile. Watch out because it does get really fast, so just make sure you're on your toes and come in for another attack. Oh wow, he's still down. What? Wow, okay, don't believe that happened. He took forever to recover there. That was kind of cool. But either way, once you hit him enough, as you can see, we've defeated him, so that can be kind of hard if you don't know what you're doing, but if you do, then it's not really that much of a challenge. Hey kid, you did quite well. Looks like you may be gaining some slight skill, but you have defeated only my phantom. When you fight the real me, it won't be so easy. What a worthless creation that ghost was. I will banish it to the gap between dimensions. Whoa, that sounds kind of harsh. Although it was kind of worthless, I have to agree. Either way, once we defeat Phantom Ganon, the magic blue beam of light appears. But before we head in, make sure to grab the heart container, which is going to give us our 12th one. It's good. And our life is filled, so let's step on in and head out. And that's going to complete the Forest Temple. So yeah, I mean, definitely it's a lot more complicated and a lot more challenging than any of the dungeons we faced so far. And that's pretty much just giving you a heads up of what to expect now that we are Adult Link and heading into the later dungeons in the game. So, it's pretty cool stuff. So as you can see, we're warped back to the Chamber of Sages. And we now get to meet up with the Forest Sage, who looks awfully familiar. Thank you. Because of you, I could awaken as a sage. I am Saria, the Sage of the Forest Temple. She looks so short there, I can never get over that. I always believed that you would come, because I know you. No. You don't have to explain it to me. Because it is destiny that you and I can't live in the same world. I will stay here as the Forest Sage and help you. Now, please take this medallion. Sweet. So we receive the Forest Medallion, Saria awakens as a sage, and adds her power to yours. Saria will always be your friend. Aw, that's kind of sad when you think about it, but either way, so yeah, it turns out that Saria was the Sage of the Forest Temple. That's kind of interesting, but you knew being Link's, like, best friend, she did kind of have, she really needed to have a larger role to play, because she kind of just disappeared once we left the forest, but, what's this thing? That's like the most overdone scream I've ever heard. He was still laying on the ground screaming. Hi there, I'm the Deku Tree Sprout. Because you and Saria broke the curse on the Forest Temple, I can grow and flourish. Thanks a lot. Yeah, no problem, kid. Hey, have you seen your old friends? None of them recognized you with your grown-up body, did they? That's because the Kokiri never grow up. Even after 7 years, they're still kids. You must be wondering why only you have grown up. Well, as you might have already guessed, you are not a Kokiri. You are actually a Hylian. Oh, wow, I'm so relieved. I'm so happy to finally reveal this secret to you. Yeah, so now he's going to go into this big, long spiel about it. And, I don't know, it's not really that big of a deal, I guess, but, well, we're going to hear about it, so. Some time ago, before the King of Hyrule unified this country, there was a fierce war in our world. One day, to escape from the fires of the war, a Hylian mother and her baby boy entered this forbidden forest. The mother was gravely injured. Her only choice was to entrust the child to the Deku Tree, the guardian spirit of the forest. The Deku Tree could sense that this was a child of destiny, whose fate would affect the entire world, so he took him into the forest. After the mother passed away, the baby was raised as a Kokiri, and now, finally, the day of destiny has come. See, it's like, did we really need to go into that extra scene for that? But, oh well, whatever. You are a Hylian and was always bound to leave this forest. And now you have learned your own destiny, so you know what you must do. That's right, you must save the land of Hyrule. Now, Link, break the curses on all the temples and return peace to Hyrule. Yeah, well, I'll do what I can. So, yep, there we go. That's the Deku Tree Sprout. He's basically gonna one day take over for the big dead Deku Tree here, who somehow closed his mouth, by the way. I don't know if anyone noticed that or not, but it's also gonna suck when this guy grows up. I mean, he's got no room to grow, but oh well, I guess we'll figure all that out later. Either way, we're done with the Forest Temple, and because we've awakened Saria as a sage and the Deku Tree Sprout has grown up here, we can come back out and see all the monsters are gone. This place has been fully revitalized now, so that's pretty cool. Kokiri Forest has pretty much gone back to normal. Everyone's out and about. We're not being attacked by giant Dekubabas or mad scrubs or Octoroks anymore, so it's definitely refreshing and pretty cool. But either way, since we're done with the Forest Temple, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut it off right here. In the next part, we will figure out what we're going to do next. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.